For more now, we're joined by Nebraska Republican Congressman Don Bacon. Congressman, thank you so much for your time tonight. You've been sharply critical in the last 24 hours of that Signal chat. You, of course, served in the Air Force and have said that you would have lost your security clearance for a lot less. Should NSA advisor Mike Waltz resign?
Well, I think he's less at fault here. He accidentally clicked on the reporter's name, and I think most of the discussions were not highly classified until the Secretary of Defense put in the targeting information, what targets are being hit and timing and what kind of weapons. That's what the reporter is saying. He didn't publish that, but that was the big error, was putting in this targeting information 2 hours before the actual targets. And I will just tell you, Russia and China will make Secretary Hegseth's and Mike Waltz's cell phones a top target. These are unclassified. There's unclassified reporting that Russia has penetrated the Signal network. And so my point is, the intentional putting in the classified, that was the biggest error. And it is a security violation, and it puts at risk our troops before they go into a fight. And so that's my perspective.
So do you think that Mike Waltz should resign?
I think his error was less critical. He accidentally hit this reporter's name, and his stuff was, he was trying to mainly coordinate some meetings at the cabinet level. The bigger error was when the Secretary of Defense.
So do you think Pete Hegseth should resign?
But he should take accountability. First of all, I support the attacks on Houthis. So with big picture, we needed to open up the lanes of navigation and allow ships to get through the Red Sea and the Suez Canal. So I support the attacks that the administration has done on the Houthis. But when you have a mistake like this, to blame the Atlantic, to blame the journalist, I don't think it's appropriate. It's better, and I've served in the military 30 years. I'm a 5-time commander. When you make a mistake, you own it. You say, this is my fault. I was wrong. I take accountability. And that's what I would like to see. When you try to blame others, it's not good.
I just want to go back to this just for one more bite at the apple, because you've said that you would have lost your security clearance for far less. So should we have the people who are at the pinnacle of national security have no punishment?
Well, that's something within the administration they have to sort out.
The Atlantic editor-in-chief told us last night when we spoke with him that this could have been a lot worse if someone had been added to the chat, someone other than him. Some have said no harm, no foul. The White House has downplayed it. What should the administration be doing at this point going forward?
This is my view. If they want to have discipline and things like that, that's not for me to say right here. My point is, they should take accountability and say, I made a mistake.
You sit on the House committees on armed services and the House subcommittees on intelligence and special operations. Does the House need to investigate what happened here?
I think it's pretty open and shut what happened. The Atlantic did the investigation for us in a sense. I mean, it's line by line, minute by minute review of what happened. Now, we don't actually see the targeting information, what weapons, and the timing, because the journalist, I think appropriately, didn't put that in there because he's trying to protect classified information. That may be one area that the Senate or the House could look at to see what was actually in there. Because I am, quoting the journalist saying, hey, I didn't put this in there because it was classified. It was targets, weapons. It may be worth us to see what was taken out of the chat. And it was done to protect our classified and also some of our intelligence officers that were on there.
Congressman Don Bacon, we thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate you joining us tonight.
Thank you.